Hey y'all, it's your girl Alexis Najee, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Very nervous, and I don't even know where to begin at this point. First and foremost, I do want to say I am in the middle of playing dress up tonight. Lately, I have been doing things that make me happy. I'm trying to get back in touch with my inner child so I can just heal, y'all. I have come a long way from the last time that you all have seen me, but it has been a very upward journey. However, I think that I am finally at the point where I'm ready to be open, ready to receive love, ready to give love again, because I've been closed off for a very long time. I did have a baby back in December 2020. I had a COVID baby. Do not recommend. Just being pregnant during a pandemic was a whole traumatic experience within itself. We'll talk about that another day. However, it's just been a whirlwind. I've had a baby. I've started my career. I dipped my foot in different businesses just to see what it was that would work, and I'm finally at a point where I'm getting a grasp of everything. I'm turning 30. I am wanting to go through this growth so that by the time my 30th birthday comes on 2/22/25, shout out to all the Pisces out there. But by the time my birthday comes around, I don't want to be just now starting new habits going into my 30s. I've been practicing them now. I have been taking advantage of each day that I get a chance to open my eyes and start over. I am finally out of the stage of my life where I don't want to mope anymore. I don't want to be sad anymore. I don't want to attract darkness anymore. I found that when I had postpartum depression, I was just dark all the time, and I wasn't open to healing. I didn't want to heal because healing is so painful. A lot of people don't really talk about that. I am just trying to enter this third decade of my life light. I am a mother, and a lot of people say I'm a mother before anything, and I do agree with that, for the most part. However, I am now in the stage of my life in motherhood where I have to pour back into me now first. And I'm still immediately available for my son. My son is one of the happiest kids alive. I love him so much, but mommy has had to put herself first lately. I have, my baby will be 4 in December, and since the day that he opened his eyes on this God-given earth, he has been amazing. But I have poured everything that I have to give into not only him, but in a lot of situations that has been around me. And I'm just at the point now where I am pouring back into me. I'm learning how to say no. I'm learning how to put me first. I'm learning how to not overextend myself. I'm learning my limits. Outside of just saying no, of like, no, that's something that I don't want to do, I'm telling myself no too. If I know that I have goals or I'm trying to pay debt off, then no, you can't go to the club, homegirl. You hear that? Okay. Do you hear that? Let me just make sure that I hear it. Do you hear that? No, you can't go to the club. No, you can't just go get your nails done just because you feel like getting your color changed. No, you can't just go get your toes done just because all the time. Sometimes you got to do that shit at home. And that is one thing that I've had to learn, no. No to others, no to myself, no to just peer pressure. I find when I am like dark and depressed, I find myself in situations that I know I got my business being in. I find myself just being self-destructive. I don't tend to think about the bigger picture. I tend to think about the, like right now, like oh, I deserve this, or oh, I haven't done all this, so I should be able to. And while that may be true, that's not always realistic. And going into my 30s, I want to get more of a discipline in understanding and recognizing that, not just acting off of emotions. Anybody who knows me knows that sometimes I can be an emotionally volatile person. I have been trying to work on that as well. I don't want to have people feeling like they can't approach me to talk about a situation, or just not being capable of being a grown woman in conversations. I will say it's been a very long time since I have just been this whirlwind of emotions, because I don't allow myself to be moved if I don't want to be moved. And I feel like that is very powerful, especially coming from somebody like me, because when it's up with me, and I don't like being like that. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's not attractive. I don't want that version of Lex in my life anymore, and I won't allow it. If I have to be in certain situations that will bring me out of it, I will resort in removing myself. I have no problem removing myself. I have no problem declining to be in rooms that I know I have no business being in. And a part of that is just maturing and growing up. I don't have the desire to just be seen all the time. I almost feel like this omniscient presence, if you will. I'm not seen unless I want to be seen. And I feel like that's very powerful too. I'm just trying to glow up. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to make decisions that I know future me will be happy about. And sometimes that means waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning because you're not going to have time when you get off of work. So stop playing with yourself. Sometimes that means saying, okay, well, I do want some wings, but I'm trying to get into these jeans by this certain date. Maybe I can hold off on the fries and the spray and get a water. And I know it's easier said than done. Sometimes that means holding off on the mixed drink and getting some wine. Now, you have to get that bitter wine, the white wine, but it's alcohol if you just must. And that's another thing as well, too. A lot of my 20s was depending upon alcohol and other things to get me through my emotions or my hard times. When I got pregnant with my son, and again going through the pandemic and the uncertainty of everything, and having to deal with that in a sober mind space, it truly shifted everything that I thought that I knew about myself. I realized that I never really was processing feelings. I never really was healing and getting over things. I was just numbing it and compartmentalizing it. And then when it came up, I was just this cycle of rage, aka what's the word that I just said, that I was emotionally volatile, when I should have just spoke up when it occurred. I shouldn't have smoked it away. I shouldn't have drank it away. It really does not work. And in my 30s, I will not abuse alcohol. I will not abuse anything that I know is not becoming of me. And that's just a personal decision that I have. I don't want to be not in control of myself. And that's not to say that I won't enjoy drinks here and there. I am a social drinker, but since I've lost a lot of weight and I'm back in my health tip, I truly don't drink unless it's maybe about 2 or 3 days out of the month. I really restrict myself to that, and it has to be on the weekend. And I cannot be sad. I cannot be mad. I have to literally just be like, you know what? I want to vibe. Like right now, I want to vibe. I would go get me some red wine, have me a little sip of it, just because I'm feeling good. I have been playing dress up. I have been doing things that make me happy. Trying on clothes. I bought this dress a year ago, and I said, you know what? I ain't never wore it for nothing, so let me just wear it on my coming out YouTube video. I think it is popping. It is gorgeous. I'm gonna wear this out somewhere. I don't care if I wear it to brunch by myself. It's a little extra, but it's my life. Why tone yourself down for anybody? I have done that for 29 years. I'm not going into my 30th doing that. Take the chance. Take the date. Take the job. Take the opportunity. Just try it out. It's always going to be no if you don't take the chance. And in my 30s, I am betting on me. I'm betting on me. And I know that I'm going to win because I'm shifting my mindset. I am receiving the things that I am putting into the universe, and I refuse to put nothing but good into the universe. I'm not perfect, but for damn sure I aim to be when it comes to my actions toward others. And now it's time to aim toward perfection for me. It's time to bet on me. It's time to be this confident woman. I want to radiate beauty. I want to radiate confidence everywhere that I go. And I don't want it to just be physical. I want my smile to greet you in a warm way, but I want my aura. I want my presence to just be calmness, but a force to reckon with. And that all begins with me. So I guess I said all that to say I'm finally putting myself out there. I'm finally taking this chance. I am finally just breaking free of the shackles of what if they laugh? What if they judge me? It's not my business. It's not my business what anyone else thinks of me. But what is my business is making sure that I accomplish all the things that I'm set on this earth to do. And it's yours as well too. So if you've been the kid that never really had the self-confidence to put themselves out there, don't keep yourself shackled to that in your adulthood. And that's something that I have to tell myself every day. If you want to be a positive person, and I say this to myself as well as I tell you, you have to look in the mirror and say, I'm going to make this day a good day, whether it's good or not. The choice is ultimately up to you. We have 24 hours in a day. I used to spend my whole 24 hours mad about something that might have taken 6 minutes out of my life. And then I wasted the rest of my day being upset about it and potentially more days. I look back on some of those days like, you could have poured into you, sis. You could have said, you know what? You could have said, that's one thing that I physically do, and I try to teach my son. When something bothered me and it's on my chest and I just want to, I ain't going to allow it to move me. Why should I? This is my show. I run this shit. That's truly how I feel. And I feel like that is the attitude that I need to take on in my 30s if I'm going to take back control. I'm taking back control of me. And you guys, mark my words. I'm not going back to being 292 pounds. I'm not going back to being depressed. I literally cut off all my hair in August just on some wanting to feel lighter shit. I done packed up so much clothes and old things that I felt like was holding on to postpartum depression energy from like 2020. I have little items here and there that just reminded me of like, oh, I was breaking down, yada, yada, yada. I had to let that stuff go. I had to get that stuff out my house. I had to get that hair off of me. That was the same hair that I've carried for years. I had to get it up off of me. It felt heavy. I had to get that weight up off of me because I feel like fat holds trauma. I had to get it up off of me because my soul was heavy. My mind was heavy. My heart was heavy. And I was holding on to baggage that I really and truly didn't need. And as a matter of fact, I still have my hair in there that I really need to let go. I don't even know why I'm still holding on to it when I cut it off to release bad energy anyway. And I'm telling you, you guys, I'm not saying just go cut your hair now, because it is maintenance. Although this is the most convenient style that I can say I've ever had for me. Cutting my hair made me feel so much lighter. I feel like I have a new identity. I feel like I'm not holding on to as much trauma anymore. I feel as though I'm laughing again, smiling again, genuinely, like seriously. And I might just be getting a little emotional here, but it has been a long time coming. When you are healing, you are choosing to relive pain. Relive it, go through it, be angry about it, be sad about it, grieve it, and come to terms with it. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. I can't believe I just did that. When you are healing, you are choosing to relive traumatic experiences. You're choosing to go through it You're choosing to reflect upon it. You're choosing to get past it. And it takes a lot of willpower to heal. And it took me a long time to even want to heal. And as I'm stepping into this new era, I feel like my last final stages was getting rid of fat that I might have held on to, that were filled with traumatic experiences. Because I don't know about anyone else, but sorry, y'all. My makeup already bootleg. I'm already just experimenting, and I'm just sitting here. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm a crybaby anyway, but you know, this is some just heaviness stuff, and I didn't even mean to get to this point, but long story short, with me choosing to heal, it has been a very difficult journey. And I think I'm finally nearing the stages of being able to accept what has been and being open to what will be. And I didn't know before going through my healing journey that I did have choices, and I am the pilot of my life. You know, I didn't know that. I didn't feel like that. I always just felt like I had to just be on autopilot. I didn't feel like I've ever had time to just feel once I entered like young adulthood. Like once I graduated high school, went immediately into college, and just, you know, I just felt like I was on autopilot. And I, you know, just coming into this new woman of being who I am, I look back on the times where I was really going through it, and then nobody know. And that's no one's fault. But now, in this healing stage that I'm in now, I can be vocal about it. I'm not afraid to be vocal about it. I'm not afraid to say I'm not okay. Because hiding it didn't do me any good. It just made everything just much more exasperated when it finally came to a head. And I've just learned how to be real with myself. And in becoming 30, I'm going to wrap this up, y'all. In becoming 30, I just wish to be the woman that the younger me used to daydream about. And every day that I look myself in the mirror, I find myself becoming more and more like her. And I just cannot and will not let her down. Because I've always had it within me. I just let the world eat me up and spit me out. And if you don't take control of your life, and you don't say enough is enough, and you don't say I'm tired of being dark, I'm tired of being depressed, I'm tired of being sad, I'm tired of attracting negative energies from the universe and people because I'm negative, you're going to continue to keep getting that. The choice is literally yours. Sometimes you got to wake up and say, I don't care about what happened yesterday. It's too heavy. I don't want to carry that into a new day. Sometimes you have to say, you no longer are a good fit for my life. Sometimes you have to tell a job, kiss my ass. You're no longer a good fit for my mental health. Sometimes you got to tell your kids, go sit down. I'm watching TV and I want to watch it by my motherfucking self. I'm just kidding, don't kiss at your kids. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate it. If you have stayed on this long, I promise I'm going to get better as time goes on. thank you guys so much. If you are on a healing journey, please tell me down below what you do to try to heal and to try to become a better woman. If you're in your 30s, feel free to leave, you know, some of the girlies some advice on just things that helped you become a better woman in your 30s. And stay tuned. I plan on talking about a lot of things. We're going to get into postpartum depression a little bit. A lot of it. We're going to talk about this breast reduction that I had a year ago. If the girlies are wondering if they should get it, you 100,000% should. We can even get into my 100-pound weight loss that was 100% natural. We can talk about it. If y'all want to talk about healing, if y'all want to talk about men, if y'all want to just talk about, we don't do politics here. Alright? Do not get up on here with no politics. I don't even play like that. But if y'all want to get into it, we can get into it. Just let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.